Let me tell you what coaches see that you probably missing and don't see. So when you think you had a good game, the coaches might see and think that they were inconsistent. So when you think I was hooping and I was balling out, the coach might see they just reckless and wild. When you think you showed out and you really displayed your skills on a high level, your coach probably gonna think, hey man, they showed their weakness right there. You're playing one game over here, but your coach is watching a totally different one over there. So last episode, I told you about the 3 games within basketball that I messed up on, that I messed up and didn't understand when I was young, when I was hooping. So today, in this episode, we're breaking down game 1, the first game that I didn't understand, which is the skills that matter when the game is on the line. Not simply your skills, not the skills that look cool and get you on the highlights and get you going up social media, but the skills that coaches trust. And here's the thing, once you understand what they're looking for, everything about your game will really change. Everything that you're training for will change too. So if you want to play, your coach has to have trust in you and be confident in you. Now you're probably thinking, well, duh, B, how do I get that? That's the real thing. Just relax, I got you, man. So here's what works. It doesn't matter if you're trying to play high school, college, or the pros. You'll be a lot better if you can lock in these basketball skills. The secret to getting playing time and earning your coach's trust. It's a very tricky thing, and it can be a fine line, but here's what works. So you have 4 different options, and they can kind of blend together. One is that you and your game matches the coach's game. It fits their game and fits their system perfectly. Next is your superpower is so great that they just can't play you. Like they look stupid having you on the bench because you're just so great at this thing. Next is your power isn't in the stats. Like you're the hustle player, you do the dirty work, you don't turn over the ball, your decision making, and like the stuff on defense that stats can't track. Like I'm not talking about the blocks or the steals. And then 4th is the consistency in those things. You can do those things, but then do it consistently and do it at a pretty high level. So most players really need option 3 and 4. Only a few are really talented enough for option 2. And I didn't understand this when I was younger. Like I really thought if I just worked hard and I got better, my coach would have to play me. And that was kind of true, but it wasn't really the full truth. Like you could be more talented than the person that's in front of you. But if they don't turn over the ball and they don't make dumb decisions and they're making smart plays, they're staying in the game while you're staying on the bench. Coaches don't always play the most talented player. They play the most trustworthy one, the one they can trust and be most confident in. So let's get into the skills that matter. And if you actually want to develop the skills that coaches can't ignore, then you got to lock in with me right here. All right, so the first skill, the numero uno skill you need to lock in on is decision making. And this is number 1 for a reason. Because coaches trust players who are making winning plays, not just the highlight ones. So like decision making is the ultimate skill that gives room for the other skills to grow under. Like if you have great decision making, then that allows you to make more room and develop more of all the other skills. But if you don't have great decision making, you can't really display the other skills. So you can shoot the ball like Curry, you can handle the ball like Kyrie, and you can finish like Derrick Rose. But it doesn't matter because you're not making the right decisions to be able to display those skills. So in order to be able to be a great shooter, you have to get to the right spots. But if you're making the wrong decisions to get into the wrong spots, it doesn't matter how great of a shooter you are because you can't even show it. If you're dribbling, got all the moves, but every time you're dribbling is going to a double team, it's going into a bad decision where you can't make a good shot or you can't get the right pass and read for the next play, it doesn't matter how well you can dribble. You can finish, but every time you're finishing, you're making wrong decisions to finish off of the wrong foot, and that gives you the wrong angle, or you're out of control now, and it makes you a tougher shot. That's not good decision making. So decision making is the ultimate skill of all skills that all the other skills would be under that umbrella. So speaking of shooting like Curry, shooting is the second skill. Not just making shots though, it's making the right shots. So you gotta be able to be great with catch and shoot, off the dribble, not crazy bag work, but be able to efficiently put the ball on the floor and get into your shot. And just do it at a high clip. And because percentages matter. So if you can get at least 35% and at least 35% from 3-pointer and 70% from free throw line, you should be good to play at a high level. Next is finishing. Finishing through contact, not around it, but through it. Next is finishing over height. So finishing over taller players. Finish off of 1 foot and finish off of 2 feet. If you can adjust and adapt to finishing off of both of those, you're going to be a higher level finisher. And not just the fancy up and unders, not just the magical one-hand moves where you can spin the ball off of every inch of the glass, but just finish the play. Like, just, the coach going to look at you the same way you can finish with 2 points versus the fancy 2 points. They prefer the regular 2 points to get it consistently done. So, I had one game where I got the ball and I was going downhill on a fast break. I had 2 options. I can go for the simple winning play, which would be just going off strong off of 2 feet, or give it to my big man that was running down the lane next to me. But what did I decide? I decided to go for the little fancy layup. And I was feeling myself because I believe I just came off a steal on the other end, which is how I got the ball to like make this play happen on offense. And I had a few solid plays before this, so my confidence was up. I was feeling myself, right? And so at this time too, John Wall was one of the premier guards of the game. Like, this is right off Kentucky, John Wall, like NBA big time. And that wrap behind the back, the one that Malaysia Fuwale does now, and she's kind of running the game with that now, that was the move that everybody was trying to do. And during that play, I saw my chance to use it. Like, ooh, I'm going to add it to my highlight, I'm going to add it to my bag. So, man, I'm going down. Boom, I'm doing it. I'm wrapping it. The ball got caught behind my back. Turnover. I ended up on the bench. And like I was coming, my coach dapped it up and he laughed it off with me. Just asked me what happened about it. Because I was playing so well and we were winning, he kind of laughed it off with me. But here's the thing, though. I probably could have stayed in the game if I had just made the winning play instead of trying to go for the highlights. And that's the difference. Winning plays will keep you in the game and keep you on the court, and you can play more. Highlight plays that don't work will get you benched. Next is being a solid passer and ball. I kind of combine these two. So when you're talking about dribbling, can you handle pressure? Like, you're going to get picked up 94 feet. So can you handle pressure? Can you handle the tenacity of someone flying around you, being in that, and a lot of people pestering on you? I'm gonna show this some love to the coaches when I say this, but especially as my guards and my wings, can you make a solid post pass? Like, the art of a good post pass is crazy. Like, even like the little pocket passes where you come off the pick and roll, just a little drop off pass right there. Can you make those simple plays, man? But as a dribbler, passer, playmaker, can you make scoring plays? Meaning, can you dribble to where you're able to score, or can you pass it to where you're able to score? And this goes back to decision making. Can you make the extra pass? Can you make the winning play and not just the good play? So you ever say, I know you probably heard, give up a good shot for a great shot, give up a good play for a great play. That goes into it too. When I was younger, I was overly caught up on the ankle breaking moves or the no look passes. So speaking more about ball handling, I didn't realize there are 2 types of great ball handlers. So first you have like the ball controllers. You protect the rock, you're doing your thing, you're making smart plays. Think about like part of Chris Paul, he doesn't make crazy moves. And then you got the dribblers. You got the ones who got the moves and they want to create space and break your ankles over it. So nothing's wrong with either one. You got the Chris Pauls who just coming, the John Stocktons, the Isaiah Thomases who coming down, set up the offense, traditional PGs who, I'm not trying to do fancy with you. I'm not trying to do all the extra moves and the extra crazy stuff. I'm controlling the ball and you're not going to steal the ball from me. Those people are hard to guard. And coaches love those people because they're going to come down, do your offense, get what you need from them, and end the game with like a high assist to turnover ratio with a lot of good playmaking ability. And like, they might not get the assist, but they got the pass that let the hockey assist essentially. So they're the oil to add to the offense that help things flow and help things run. First, the dribblers. You got the Kyries, the newer era of ball handling. You got the Kyries, you got the AIs, the Jamal Crawfords, like the other half of Chris Paul got a little bit of a bag too. So don't forget about that part. So this the duality of both sides of ball handlers. I didn't understand that there was 2 types of these guys when I was younger. So I love using Jokic as an example. So think about Jokic. He doesn't have crazy handles or a crazy bag of moves, but he doesn't get the ball stolen from him either. He can get from A to Z. He's not losing it often. LeBron, we've talked about him before. He doesn't have a crazy bag. His game is a little ugly and a little clunky at times, especially compared to others, Kyrie Irving. But he's still the all-time leading scorer, and nothing's wrong with the bag. I'm not trying to say you don't have one, but don't get blinded by it. The best players in the world prioritize ball control and smart plays over flashy moves. And that should tell you something. So just add this on the back end of like little skills like communication, talking on defense, calling out screens, talking with your teammates in terms of what they need to do, holding them accountable with stuff. The hustle plays, diving on loose balls, sprinting back on defense, and being able to be disciplined, do your job, follow the game plan. Don't get too crazy and too chaotic on what you want to do. Like, bro, do your job and do your role. Be disciplined. So those are the skills that I need to have in totality on the court. So I'm not saying the flashy skills are bad. I'm not saying you don't need them. But if you go too heavy into the highlight skills, you lose what matters the most. Coaches want to win. And they can only win if they know what they're getting from each player. Most coaches will accept you trying to be fancy if you bring enough winning plays first. And this is a thing that a lot of players miss entirely, and it cost me a big opportunity in my career. This next piece is so valuable, man. Take care of your body. This is the second half of the game that I was missing up on. So here's something that I learned the hard way. Your skills pretty much don't matter if your body can't hold up to it. So when I was younger, and still to this day, I still have some knee issues and knee problems because I overlooked the work to make them strong. And I got injured in high school because of this. So told you before, dreams of playing college, whatever. And go back to listen to the episode before this if you don't know. So I was at a camp trying to get exposure, try to get in front of colleges. And I've been training with this guy who I was working by myself in the gym pretty consistently. He invited me to come train with his son. So I was doing my thing, they were doing their thing. At some point, he was like, man, you being consistently, come work with us. He invited me to train with his son. And after a few sessions, he noticed, oh, he's pretty decent. Okay, cool. He told me about this camp. And told me, oh, it's a good opportunity to get you in front of different colleges and this, that, and the third. And between all the work I was doing by myself and it's the couple sessions I got in with him, I felt pretty good. You feel me? I was like going to the camp. I was like, okay, my skills feel like I'm pretty sharp. My skills have gotten better. My confidence was pretty high. So we went through a couple of drills. Then we got into the scrimmaging. All the players know the drills was cool. Warm up, trying to hoop, trying to play. So we were the first game, like the first game of scrimmaging. And it's the first play. The first play. They got the tip. The guy made a pass to the guy that I was guarding. So I jumped the lane, stole it. Boom, got the ball. Going down for a layup. Dribbling down, went up for a layup, and I came down, and I felt pain in my knee. Did my thing, went to the PT lady. She told me I had an issue, went to the doctor. Told me I tore my patellar tendon. So all that skill, all that work, is gone. Just like that. I was building my skills this summer, but I wasn't building my body like I needed to. And that's why the full scope of game one isn't just what you can do with the basketball. It's about whether your body can actually hold up when it matters the most. It almost doesn't matter how skilled you are if you're playing hurt or if you're not feeling like yourself because your body's not all the way there. So if you really want to dominate game one, the other half, say the second half of game one, you need these three things. You got to get stronger, like just general strength, like the bodyweight workouts, the push-ups, the squats, the lunges, the pull-ups, the chin-ups. Then you get better at the weight room strength, like the numbers go up. Like you either seeing the reps, the sets go up, or the weight on the bar, whatever it is going up. Next is basketball strength. Like basketball strength, basically being able to give and take contact and how you're able to still play your game from first quarter to fourth quarter. Second thing you have to do for your body is just stay healthy. Like take care of your knees. Please. Take care of your ankles and Achilles. Treat them boys. Don't just get an ankle sprain and look over it. Treat them, take care of them. Your wrist and fingers. Like we overlook the jams, fingers and stuff, but that's important too. Sprain wrist matters a lot. Had a couple of those. Your shoulders, your back, your core, your hips. Take care of all these things if you want to have a good and strong body. The third piece is to recover right. This gets looked over as a kid a lot. So you have to be able to sleep. And this is where your back body actually gets better. All the work you were doing, it actually like settles itself in now because you're sleeping, you're recovering, you're resting well. Nutrition fuels your body right. And it helps you out because now you can feel better to play in the game and train better. Next is don't burn out. And don't leave so little in the tank that you can't go again tomorrow. Need some in the tank so you can keep going the rest of the week. And this is probably the most underrated piece of recovery is feeling good and taking care of yourself. Your mood matters too. Your emotions matter too. I'm going to give you a challenge for this week. You can do these two things. First, ask your coach, what is the one skill I can improve on to earn your trust more? Now be ready to hear the truth. Don't get defensive. Don't get in your feelings. Just listen, give a little pushback to get an understanding, but be willing to do the work. Second is pick up one physical weakness and address it. You got weak ankles, start doing some calf raises, do ankle at an angle stuff, do some work on it. You got bad endurance, start get your butt in the gym, start working, get some running in, get conditioning. Got a weak core, do some workouts for it. So game one is about building your body and your skills. If you can take care of both, now you're winning the first game. This is what I failed at, that you can now excel at. And so now the next episode is going to be game 2, which is going to be that mental game, because it's the thing that I think you might not fully understand. You can know all the right skills, you can have the perfect body, but if your mind is not right, none of this matters. How do you stay confident when you're struggling? How do you find a way to fight to get up when you're feeling down? How do you stay consistent when that motivation is fading? And how do you figure out to have the heart when someone is destroying you? That's what we'll dive into next, this next episode. So until then, see you later. Keep building.